Hello viewers, my name is Olegwu Chigozie from OCI City Center. In this very video demo, I will show you how to convert from classroom to online training. Okay, from classroom to online training. I'll show you some sample, some demo courses, and also show you how to deploy this content to platform that will enable your learners to access it anytime, anywhere, whether online or offline. They can access this content. Okay, and we are dedicated to create this e-learning content that learners can access regardless of their localities. They can access it. They can also access it regardless whether they have internet or not, because this content can be deployed for offline usage, whether mobile or desktop. They can access this content. There is no restriction. And now you can start thinking of deploying your content, whether you want to convert your ILT to e-learning content to training materials that they can access using their mobile devices. I think it is the right time to get started. To get started, okay, you need an expert that can develop this content, and I think if you contact us, we can be able to work together to develop your learning content. We will know your training need, can be able to work together and solve it out. Okay, so there is no problem. Contact OCI City Center and we can be able to work with your organization, work with your students, whether you want to train. Even we can create this content and also train your student on how to use it. Okay, so it is a great deal. It is a great ideal now to start working. It is the right time to start migrating to e-learning or development. All right, okay, now let me show you some of the examples that I have here. This is a learning management system. This learning management system is running on my local server. It is actually a Moodle website, Moodle 3.6. Okay, this is Moodle 3.6. Running locally on my system. I'm using WAMP server. Okay, I'm using WAMP server to test my site. Right, okay, now learning management system is one of the platform where you can deploy your content for tracking and for assessing your learners. You can create e-learning content and deploy it to our learning management system. Okay, so you can also deploy this thing to your website where people can access it easily. And moreover, for the e-learning content we develop, if it is a mobile version, you can deploy it to Play Store where they can download these apps, access it with their mobile phones, either online or offline. No problem, they can access this content, consume it, and learn from it. I think it is another way of boosting their knowledge, and moreover is another way of training. Okay, so I will now show you. There is a video I have created concerning how to install Moodle. Just visit my channel and get the video. Okay, and you will learn how to install Moodle step by step. I have created video for it. Okay, now let me show you some of the sample content. It's just a demo. Okay, this is this demo will help you to discover your learning style. Okay, when we talk about learning style, it is the way that a student learns this several ways. Okay, I think I did a lot of research to get information. It is a fact or fiction. Okay, so it may not directly apply to you. It is just a survey. It is a survey questions. You need to answer these questions and discover your learning style. That is it. Okay, now let me click on start. Okay, now you can see this animation. Okay, just a click. I'm clicking on. Let me click on this to open it.
A learning style refers to the way a student prefers to learn. The best learning style for a student is the one that helps them absorb, process, comprehend, retain and use information in a meaningful way. Your preferred learning style is the way in which you learn best. 3 learning styles that are often identified in students are auditory, visual, tactile or kinesthetic. To identify your learning style, enter your name and click the Continue button to proceed.
Okay, that is the audio, just introducing this content for you, and here you need to enter your name. Just type your name and click continue to proceed to the survey questions that will help you to discover your learning style. It is very interactive in nature. Okay, so now let me click on and enter my name, for example, and click OK. You can see the questions. I'm going to answer this question quickly, randomly. Now I'm not reading it because of the time. Okay, I will answer it randomly, but there is a link in the description of this video. You can access this content from that link and assess it by yourself and can discover your learning style also. Okay, there are about 30 questions and have one chance of answering at least 30 of those questions. Okay, now you can see now I just finished answering all those questions randomly, and you can see here this is the result. I say okay, congratulations. You can see my name here. You have completed the learning style evaluation. Your primary learning style is kinesthetic. Okay, based on the questions you answer, you can see you answer 13 questions preferring auditory. You answer 2 questions preferring visual. You answer 15 questions preferring kinesthetic. So those are the 3 major learning style. And here you can see based on the questions, the survey, your learning style is kinesthetics. And if you were to assess others, followed by auditory. Now you can still learn more about kinesthetic. Okay, learn more. Okay, if I click on learn more now, you can see it gives me more information. I can continue, read it. Okay, kinesthetic, they are more of doing, more of practical. You remember people every time they need to see things practical, they do it. They don't believe in talking much, they believe in practical. Okay, that is the short word to describe kinesthetic learners. Right, so if we click continue, you can view more characteristics of kinesthetic learners. You click next. Okay, this is the end. If you want to retake the to start from beginning, you can see retake and exit. Okay, so if I click retake now, you can see it take me to the beginning, so that another person, maybe you are many and you want to access it, and here there is information here. If you click on this information, it gives you more details concerning this. Okay, you can even close it. So that is just one of the course, and there is another one here. This one is a course. It is a solar system course. Okay, so this course, there is also a link to access this course free of charge. Okay, I gathered information from internet and reliable information from internet. I have already used it to create this e-learning course. Okay, this is a demo course. You can learn a lot about solar system. If I click start here now, you can see they give me the learning objective. So I'm not go detail. I just a demo. I'm just showing you all this. I will not go through all of them. Now, if there is a table of content here, you can navigate in any order, but you cannot access the quiz. Okay, if I go to the quiz, oh, okay, basic of solar system quiz. If I click on quiz now, you can see it seems you have not completed this course. Okay, you cannot access the quiz rather. So I can go back. I'll just click back. It will take me back to where I left off and continue. Okay,
our planet
now
Earth
this place has some animation. You can see it is read, not the content.
Everything that goes around it.
Okay,
in addition to the planet,
see,
the sun is
just clicking on it.
The inner
planets is giving me more details about the planet. Okay, so you can access this course here free of charge. Can even stop the audio, play the audio. Okay, right here there is, you can navigate in any other. Okay, there is a place that say explore the solar system. If I click on it, you can see, oh, you can, there is instruction below here that say click on the images names of each planet. Okay, it simply means if I click on any of this picture or the name, I'm going to read details, and you can see where the details of that particular planet we display. Okay, so if I, let's say for example, I click on the sun is not planet. Everything move around the sun is the planet, all those objects, but the sun is the central, it's just the medium, this major the center where all other objects, the planet, revolve around the sun, right? You can even click here to get quick fact, and click here on the quick fact. It will disappear. Click on it, it will disappear. If I click on Mercury, which happened to be the first planet closest to the sun, now I can read the details of Mercury. If I click on quick fact, you can see now it is now displaying the quick fact about the Mercury, which is the first planet. Okay, now if I click on Saturn, okay, I can read about it. If I click on quick fact, it shows me, okay, this is the sixth planet. Is the quick fact about it. Okay, and there is a button here that show mnemonic. Mnemonic, just the way of remembering the 9 planets. Okay, majorly we have 9 planets. Okay, that is 8 planets, but Pluto has been added recently as part of the planet, even though it is known as dwarf planet. Okay, so if you want to read more, you just read it. Even on the process of creating this thing, I even learn more about the planet. Okay, so I click on it. Oh, my very educated mother just served us noodle and potato. That is the short sentence to remember the 9 planets in the order: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Okay, is the 9 planet. And click on hide to hide those content. Also notice what is happening when I click on each of the planet. There will be a check mark. Okay, for example, the Earth now, it has this check mark indicating that I have viewed this content. I view it so that if I'm viewing this in order, I can be able to know which one that I have already viewed and the one that I have not viewed. Okay, within this context. Okay, if I click on this quick fact, you can see, show me the quick fact about the Earth. Okay, that is the 3rd planet. The nickname of the Earth is known as the blue marble. Okay, because so just this course is free of charge, right? Now, if I will not necessarily go through all of them. I also have disclaimer here. Here, remember, every text and images used in this course, I got it from internet. That is about this disclaimer. And if I go back to maybe learning activities, this section will enable you to practice what you have already learned. And for example, know your planet, match the planet to its name, and click the submit button. So you have to match all the planet, for example, the Earth and Mars. Now I'm getting it randomly wrong, but I just want to show you how this thing functions. If I click on submit, can see it is wrong. I did not get all the name matching correctly, so I have to practice and practice until I got get all of them correct. And I'm going to get another information. Okay, I can also go back and start learning all these things, asteroid, comets, and so on. Right? So I think,
the moon
guys,
orbits or circles around
this is the
our planet
moons
Earth.
around the
The
planet.
moon is made up of mostly rock and metal.
Remember that our
It
planet
has no
Earth
liquid
has
water
only
and no
one
life.
satellite known as moon. Okay, so you can learn all this in this course. Is free of charge. They have already put it here. Remember, you cannot access the quiz until you finish reading all those content, but all this content is free of charge. You can navigate around it.
Our planet
and
Earth is one of the planets in our solar system.
Right? Now, another one is a kind of this is a mathematics practice for nursery and primary. For example, if I click on start, oh, how many squares are there? Right? Now, if I get it correct, okay, great job. Your answer is correct. You can see the aeroplane moving up. That means you are soaring, that you are going high. Okay, so if I click continue, if I get this one wrong and click on submit, oh, you can see the aeroplane are going down because you got it wrong. You are soaring down. Okay, so if you, and moreover, there is an answer button here. If I click on answer, you can see it show me the answer and the solution and answer to this particular question. Actually, the answer is 1. Okay, so those are the something things you can start developing a gamified way of learning. Gamify the learning content so that your learners, regardless of the levels, okay, any educational level, we are ready to develop e-learning content for them, right? So, and both corporate organization and moreover, we can train your staff or your organization on how to start developing this content, because we want education now to move from that to be transformed, that is from ILT stands for instructor-led training, okay, from ILT to more to blended. It will be more of blended, especially in Africa. It will be more of blended way of learning. Okay, we can blend the learning content. All right, now this is another section. Match the names with the shapes. Okay, let me get this one correct. If I get it, a square, okay, right, it is cycle, square, rectangle, and triangle. Okay, if I click on submit now, click submit, great job, your answer is correct. Okay, this is just a practice. I can restart it and do more with it. Okay, another one I want to show you is what I know it. I name it a budget calculator. It is more complex than this content. That is to tell you that any kind of content you want to develop, from the simple to the complex one, we are ready to just say it, we build it. All right, so say it, we build it. Now this is this very interaction is budget calculator. Budget calculator, it will enable you to budget monthly. Okay, that's it. It is created in e-learning, authoring tools. Okay, now if I click on start, now remember, if I click on nothing is happening, I have to click on start first, okay, before I can be able to access it. Now if I click on start, you can see it has opened the content for me, so you can do your monthly budget here. Let me quickly show you how this thing work here. Now monthly incomes, that is salary, wages, okay, you can enter it here, and other income, you can enter it here. You can change the currency, okay, here I'm using Naira, you can change it to dollars. You can see everything updated to dollars. If I change it to euro, you can see it, and moreover to British pound, everything changes. Okay, but here I'm using Naira. Okay, now if I click on, if I now type, let's say for example, let me quickly show you how this thing work. If I enter 100 50, let's say 5,000 50k, let me just say 50k as my monthly salary and wages income. Maybe I'm doing other workers like training and the e-learning content. I'm having other means of income. Now remember, my monthly income now is now totaling 50k here. You can see it income down here is the same amount. Now let's say I end there I'm getting 20k from other source of income. I'm getting 20k. I just enter 20k here. You can see by just clicking out, you can see everything updated. That is 50k plus 20k is now 70k. Right, now let me start doing my budget. That is my total monthly income now is now 70k. Now let me start doing budget quickly. If I enter mortgage, okay, although I'm in a rent, let me just enter, let's say monthly budget for rent is 4k. Can see as I enter it under housing now, housing expenses, you can see 4k. Now maybe home insurance, or under repair maintenance, there will be many things I do, but let me just put it like 3k. Can see everything is updating. Can see now out of the 70k, I have my total expenses now is 7k, and income now is 63k. Okay, so 63k. So that is how this thing function. If I go under electricity, probably monthly, let me just put 2k and other things. No, it is more than that, but just is a sample. I'm just showing you how this thing function. Can see everything is updating automatically, and phone call, cable, internet, and so on. For me to be able to upload YouTube video, probably I spend a lot of money purchasing data and so on. So, and the data cost in Nigeria now is very expensive. Let me say monthly I spend 3k. Now you can see everything is updating. Under housing now, housing expenses now I'm spending like 12k. Okay, I have not entered transport. For to get to other section, you can fill all this one. You can leave the one that doesn't concern you empty. That's like mortgage does not concern me, so I entered nothing. Or you can just enter 0 there. It's the same thing. If I enter 0 as my mortgage, because no mortgage actually is still everything remain 12k. And if you calculate this 0 plus 4, 4k, 3k, 22k and 3k, it will give you 12k on the housing. If I now go back to navigate to transport, okay, other section here like transport, I have car payment and so on. Let me just quickly say 5k for all these things. Can see under transport now I have 5k expenses. Okay, and my total expenses now is 17k. Right, you can see it's 12k plus 5k here. Now educational expenses, okay, I do a lot of learning, and also school expenses. Let me say I spend not less than 20k every month. Let me just use 20k, and when you enter the earning file, just click aside. You can see everything will be updated. Okay, so you can see now my total expenses is now 37k out of 70k. Okay, my balance now is 33k. If I go to this section, food and personal expenses, you can add all these things. All these things just to help you to know whether you are doing well in your budgeting. Okay, if I now click grocery, household, and so on, let me say 5k, and clothing 4k monthly, and so on. This is just based on monthly expenses. Now you can see everything is updated here. Okay, that's how it functions. If I click next, you can see monthly savings. Do you do savings? Let me say I'm doing savings of 10k on let me emergency fund here. Let me just say 4k. And investment, I invest let's say 10k. Okay, I invest 10k. And retirement, okay, you are saving for your retirement. All these things you need to put them as to calculation so that you know whether you are doing well or not. You can see so far, based on this budgeting, out of 70k monthly income, I'm now receiving total expenses of 660k. Okay, if I view report now, you can see the report. Congratulations, you are doing well. You spend less than you earn. You have even 10,000 income balance. The remaining balance out of 70k is now 10k. That means I'm doing well. You can see everything show here. If I return back, let's say that for any reason I do some other expenses. Let me say under food and personal, I entered entertainment, let's say 6k, and I see everything is still updating, and enter other expenses like 5k. Okay, and other expenses. You can see what happened here. When I enter 5k here, actually my out of monthly income I have 70k, and now I'm doing total expenses of 71k. That means there is a minus. You can see it in red. There is problem now. Okay, if I click on report, you can see what happened. Everything has changed. Oops, you are not doing well. You spend more than you earn. You are in debt. Okay, I'm actually in debt of 1k. Can see it now. Okay, so that is how this thing functions, guys. And let's say, for example, in this case, let's cap payment. Let's make it 4k instead of 5k. Okay, you can see now I don't change the cap payment to 4k, and see everything now is corresponding to 70k. You can see my income is now 0 because out of 70 I've already spent the whole 70k. And now if I click on the report, you can see moderate. You spend all you earn. Be careful not to enter into debt. You have 0 income. Okay, so you need to, this is a section you need to be careful when you actually it's like equal, you have an equal spending here, budget. Okay, the same what you earn is what you spend. Okay, so you don't own anybody, but it's very risky, because if there is any slight mistake, you are going to enter into debt. Okay, it's better to spend less than you earn. I will leave the link in the description of this video so that you can access it. Right, remember, if you want to deploy this content, you can access all this content offline. For example, let me show you the content. If you want to deploy your content for offline use, like this solar system course here, this is the offline version, guys. Okay, you can access this content offline. You don't need internet connection to access it. And moreover, if you want it to be in a mobile version, we are dedicated to deploy it as an Android app, so that you can also access it on a mobile phone. Okay, so if you are, just tell us your training need, we can analyze it and come together with the solution. Okay, you can see I can access this course offline, no internet connection, don't need internet connection. It is an app now, it is in form of application now, which you can access offline on your desktop. And moreover, you can also access it on mobile devices if you need. I see everything is intact. Can also return, go to all these things. Everything is the same way you can access it on internet. The same way. I think the offline version is give you more speed and a speedy way of learning, because you don't need, there is no buffering, there is no loading, there is, everything is offline. Just click and it will open. Okay, you don't need to worry about internet connection, data, and so on. Just get your system, get the app, and you can. Okay, so if you want to learn more of how to get started, do contact me, and I think we can work together and develop a dynamic content for you and your organization, and also start migrating from classroom to online. Okay, so thank you and God bless you, and remain Olegwu Chigozie from OCI City Center, Jos.